Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the whole elect of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. Gotta give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah. Most High, the Heavenly Father, his Hebrew name is Yahweh. Not Yahweh, not Jehovah, not God, not Elohim, not Most High, not Lord, not Yah, not Jah, not Ahaya, not Allah. It's Yahweh. And his only begotten son name in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shah. Not Yahshua, not Yeshua, not Jesus Christos, not Jesus Christ. Not Serapis Christos, not Yeshaya, not Yehoshua. It's Yahweh Shah. So God give all praise and glory to Yahweh. Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all of Israel, whether concepted or not. And the sincere salutation to all the occupant pushing the truth and believing in truth throughout the four winds of the earth, the entire world, waking up the hope for the elect. Shalom to the Aquath who are listening and learning. There are a few sisters who are listening and learning. I'm Isaiah from the GMS Orlando camp, coming into another lesson in truth, facts, faith, and education. Another day dedication, Lord, would us be edifying. So I titled this lesson, Y'all won't be living in Mirth soon. And I got an article that I want to read, and it's called Rainy Day Food Storage. So let me pull it up real quick. Because these Jakes is living in Mirth, man. Everybody's living in Mirth and enjoying life, man. But it's gonna come upon a time these things are gonna be cut off. So I'm gonna read this article and I'm gonna get a few precepts. So it's called Rainy Day Food Storage. And when you click on it, say martial law. Make sure it's sharing. Shalom to the occupant off from the comment board. Shalom, yeah, by Shema Mashah Barakatam. So when you click on this martial law, they got a few different ones you can click on. It say, what is martial law? It say temporarily ruled by military authorities imposed on a civilian population, especially in times of war or when civil authority has broken down. So when civil authority is broken down, that's going to be the sedition, right? The sedition among men in the second Ezra and insurrections, right? Say what is martial law? Martial law is a temporarily ruled by military authorities imposed on a civilian population, especially in times of war or when civil authority has broken down, which is going to be sedition among men, right? Insurrection in every city. It may also be used during outbreaks of deadly illnesses. It's the law imposed on an occupied territory by occupying military forces. Among aspects of martial law are censorship of radio and newspapers, uh, prohibition of the sale and consumption of alcohol beverages, prohibition of gatherings. Look, prohibition of gatherings of more than 5 persons in the streets. You see this? That's when the camps ain't gonna be out here no more. You're gonna see brothers on the streets teaching. You see that this is a part of martial law. It's a prohibition of gatherings of more than 5 persons in the streets and a requirement of a permit from the local military authorities before any public meeting can be held. Religious meetings inside may be tolerated by the authorities inside, not outside. It's going to be during the time of martial law, held at hours not conflicting with the curfew. So anything out of curfew going to be a no-no. And these things is coming, man. And it happened during when COVID first hit, man. It say in rare cases, martial law has been in effect with armed soldiers barring citizens from being out of doors after sunset. And they showed you they did this trial run the beginning of this pandemic. It's a interesting facts. Martial law can be declared due to national disasters, stock market crash, no electric riots, no electricity riots, biological attacks, and anything leading to the breakdown of law and order. The following is a list of executive orders that are now signed into law. And see, while you Jakes is living in Mirth, these things is finna play out soon, man. It's a executive order 12656, assignment of emergency preparedness responsibilities. A national emergency is an occurrence including national disaster, military attack, technological emergency, or other emergencies that seriously degrades or seriously threatens the national security of the United States. Policies for national security emergency preparedness shall be established by the president. This order includes federal takeover of all local law enforcement agencies, wage and price controls, prohibits you from moving assets in or out of the United States, creates a draft. A draft controls all travel in and out of the United States and much more. It's a Executive Order 10995. Seizure of all communications, media, radio, television, newspaper, CB, and ham radio, right? And you got these guys with these bunkers, watch these movies. They got, when the grid go down, you're gonna have these CB radios and ham radios, right? Everything that can use batteries. It's a CB and ham radios, telephones, and the internet in effect suspension of First Amendment. Executive Order 10997, seizure of all electrical power and fossil fuels. Executive Order 10998, seizure of all food sources, farms, and farm equipment. Food will be rationed, like in the movie Soy and Green. Food will be rationed. Today, some states have an anti-hoarding laws on the books stating that anything over a 1 year, a 1 week, so Salakia, it's a seizure of all food sources, farms, and farm equipment. Food will be rationed. Today, some states have anti-hoarding laws on the books stating that anything over a 1 week's supply of food is considered hoarding and against the law. This is on the books now. Executive Order 1099, seizure of all transportation and control of all highways, interstates, and seaports. What it says in Second Ezra, a man should desire to go into another city and should not be able. Seizure of all highways, interstates, and seaports. Any vehicle, public or private, can be taken. Say Executive Order 11,000. Seizure of all civilians for work under federal supervision. Executive Order 11,003, seizure of all airports and aircraft, public or private. Executive Order 11,004, housing and financial giving authority for population relocation. So all you that's living in hood, habitat housing, right? That's gonna be taken, man. Executive Order 12919 directs of varieties cabinet officials to be ready to take over virtual all aspects of the United States economy during a state of national emergency at the direction of the president. It's a Executive Order 13010, directs FEMA to take control over all government agencies in the times of emergency. FEMA is under the direct control of the executive presidential branch of government. Hey, so it's gonna come a time all this living in mirth, partying, playing, and dancing around, that's gonna be gone, man. It's a Executive Order 11490 established presidential control over all United States citizens, businesses, and churches in the times of emergency. Hold on, Salakia. So all these executive orders It's gonna take place. So while Jake is sitting around here playing games, enjoying life, it's gonna come a day when these things gonna be gone. There's truth is out here, and Jake is taking it for granted. So let me read this. It say how to survive martial law. And this is what they're gonna tell you. If martial law has been declared in your city or in the country, there are some things you need to do in order to survive the weeks to come. What exactly they say what exactly you do depends on many factors, including where you live, how extensive the limitations are, and what kind of uh, prohibitions are set in place for the civil population. Civil martial law rules may also be different from those imposed by the federal government. It say put safety first. Martial law is often declared in times of danger, attacks, or social revolts. That's going to be sedition among men. To survive the time, it's important to protect your home using an alarm system and make sure you keep the house locked at all times. It's a and your family not walking alone and no straying away from safe business areas. Follow the rules during martial law. It says civil liberties are put far behind public protection. It say by not attracting attention to yourself, obeying curfew, and making sure you follow the rules, you will increase the chances that you will survive martial law without any problems. It said prepare yourself as soon as you hear martial law is imminent by getting a survival kit ready, stocking up on gas, and making sure you have cash available. Your use of credit cards may be limited. If you can get out of the city and stay in the countryside for a while, you will probably be safer and less exposed. Man, you see, this what people listen. That Stockholm what is the enormous bias spirit, man. Hey, nothing is gonna go back to normal, man. It's downhill from here. It's a limit your protesting as much as you would like to oppose martial law. Your best way to survive it is to stay away from the media and avoid making negative comments to anybody, as you never know where and how information may leak. They say follow official broadcasts. Officials will let you know what rules are in effect and how to survive them as easily as possible, since the rules may change day to day depending on the general situation of the area. It's important that you listen to official newscasts constantly. Forget relying on media for accurate information as soon as martial law is declared. Freedom of the press becomes severely limited, make most forms of media less reliable. Most important thing you can do to survive martial law is to stay calm. It's a mass hysteria acts of public disobedience and riots may happen during martial law. Stay away from any area that are prone to these type of displays and make sure you protect your home and your family. Man, look, when these things break out, it's gonna be a wrap, man. And the point I'm making is they got these already on books, man, about taking your food. Like Elder not about doing a lesson on this chick. And she talking about how she got all this food stored up, right? Weapons. Listen, man, all these people, these bunkers, man, half of them ain't gonna make it to them bunkers, man. And you that can't get a bunker, you don't have the money to build you a bunker. Man, listen, all that's gonna come to naught, man. So all these jakes running around, enjoying life, partying, playing, things is all listen, it's gonna come to naught, man. Let's get this. So let's go start here in Luke. Matter of fact, let's get this first. Matthew 24 and 37. Cause this is where we at right now, man. All these things going on. Hey, I was watching the elder earlier. Uh, the brother precept upon precept, the elder brother of Charlotte, right? He was going into how These transformers run around everywhere, man. Wickedness all over the earth, man. Babylon the Great, man. Sodom and Gomorrah all over again, man. Right? This is Matthew 24 and 37. Sodom and Gomorrah, man. Hey, we're not finna be here too much more longer, man. You see what's going on? The Lord say it would have been more tolerable. Let's get this. Hold on, bear with me. I want to get this. This is Jeremiah. This is Jeremiah 49 and 18. Hey, cause this is Sodom and Gomorrah right now is at the all-time high, man. So it's Jeremiah 49 and 18. It reads, it says, as in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighboring cities thereof, which are the other three cities, said the Lord Yahweh, no man shall abide there, neither shall a son of man dwell in it. Let me get the words another one in Jeremiah 50. Let me read this. This place, man, but just like in the land of Canaan, before it was known as Israel, the Lord had to let those Canaanites' wickedness mount up to the heavens. Just like Esau's wickedness, like it tells in Jeremiah 51, Esau's wickedness is mount up to the heavens. It said the same thing in 2nd Ezra 11 about how their wickedness have reached to the heavens, man. See, this is how the Lord get down. It say the same thing. Jeremiah 50 and 40, as God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighboring cities thereof, said the Lord, so shall no man abide there, neither shall any son of man dwell therein. So in the book of Jude, let me get this. This is book of Jude. This is Jude 1 and 7. Even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them in like manner, giving themselves over to fornication and going after strange flesh, are set for an example. Example for what? To how you should not live, how to live, and what not to do. It's a set for an example, suffering the vengeance of eternal fire, man. And that was the Lord showing us when you read about what happened with Sodom and Gomorrah and the other three cities. That's the Lord showing that's what's going to happen in the end days, man. Ain't gonna be no more water. That's why you see the rainbow a lot of time after the rain go away. You see the rainbow. The Lord showed us with Sodom and Gomorrah. This is how Babylon the Great gonna be destroyed, man, with fire. So we're supposed to look at that and see for an example, man, of how not to live. But hey, this transformism has been mounted up to the heavens, man. Everybody on dope, everybody on opioids and lean and smoking weed. Everybody is bugged out, man. A bunch of demons, man. So this is Matthew. And these jakes are just partying and playing, man. Like this is a game. Matthew 24 and 37. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Then shall then shall two be in the field, the one shall be taken and the other left. The two women shall be grinding at the mill, the one shall be taken and the other left. Watch therefore, for ye know not what hour your Lord do cometh. This is Luke 17 26. As it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be also in the days of the Son of Man. They did eat, they drank, they married wives, they were given in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark. And you see this going on, this partying and plan. We just saw this with these guys, and the flood came and destroyed them all. Likewise, also, as it was in the days of Lot, they did eat, they drank, they bought, they sold, they planted, they built it. That's what's going on. When you go to let's get this real quick. Um, man, hold on. Second Kings 2, right? So this is what Elisha asked Gehazi, right? So the Second Kings 5 and 26. And he said unto him, went not my heart with thee when the man turned again from his chariot to meet thee? This is what Elisha asked Gehazi. Is it a time to receive money and to receive garments and olive yards and vineyards and sheep and oxen and men servants and maiden servants? This is not the time for that, man. This ain't the time for that, man. This is the Lord spoke to Haggai. It's Haggai 1 and 2. Thus speaks the Lord Yahweh of hosts, saying, this people say, the time is not come that the lower house should be built. Then came the word of the Lord Yahweh by Haggai the prophet, saying, is it time for you, O ye, to dwell in your seer houses, and this house lie waste? Now therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, consider your ways. Ye have sown much and bring in little. You eat, but you have not enough. You drink, but you are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put it into a bag with holes. You know, the moment you get your money, it's going on bills, man. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, consider your ways, go up to the mountain and bring wood and build a house, and I will take pleasure in it, and I will be glorified, saith the Lord Yahweh. Ye look for much. So it's about building the Lord's house, man, the tabernacle of David. That's why I said in 1 Peter 2 and 5, ye also as lively stones are built up a spiritual house, right? So it say, Haggai 1 and 9, ye look for much, and lo, it came too little. And when you brought it home, I did blow upon it. Why? Saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, because of my house that is waste, and ye run every man into his own house. Therefore, the heaven over you is stayed from dew, and the earth is stayed from her fruit, meaning we ain't gonna prosper. We ain't gonna prosper how we supposed to when we put our hands to things. It tell you in the law, in the blessing, whatever we put our hands to, it was gonna be blessed, right? It say, therefore the heaven over you is stayed from dew, and the earth is stayed from her fruit. And I call for a drought upon the land, and upon the mountains, and upon the corn, and upon the new wine, and upon the oil, and upon that which the ground bringeth forth, and upon men, and upon cattle, and upon all the labor of their hands. Because a cursing us about whatever we put our hands to is supposed to be blessed. Well, that's opposite now, man. So in Isaiah 3 and 1, the Lord say, and Jacob's running around here living in mirth, man. It's gonna come upon a time all these things gonna be cut off, man. For behold, the Lord Yahweh of hosts, do take away from Jerusalem and from Judah the stay and the staff, the whole stay of bread, the whole stay of water, man. These things are gonna be gone. Then what you gonna do? Right now, Jake still got these things. So they just parting it up, man. So back in Luke 17 and verse 29, it say, Luke 17 and 27, it say, Luke 17 and 28. Likewise, also, it was in the days of Lot. They did eat, they drank, they bought, they sold, they planted, they builded. The same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them. Even thus shall it be in the day when the Son of Man is revealed. See, you're saying there ain't gonna be no flood and water, it's gonna be fire. In that day, which shall be upon the house, it say in that day, he which shall be upon the housetop and his stuff in the house, let him not come down and take it out. And he that is in the field, let him likewise not return back. Remember Lot's wife. Ain't no going back, man. This is First Corinthians chapter 7 and 29. It reads, but this I say, brethren, the time is short. It remaineth that both they that have wives be as though they have none, and they that weep as though they weep not, and they that rejoice as though they rejoice not, and they that buy as though they possess not, and they that use this world as not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passeth away. Now I said in that article, let's go back to it, because Jake is abusing this world, man. And when you get abusing something, you think it's gonna be there forever, man. That's that normalcy bias spirit. Now in this article, let me go back up, because a lot of people is on HUD and habitat houses, man, in Section 8. So it said right here, Executive Order 11,004, Housing and Finance giving authority for population relocation. You see that? And that's why I'm saying, what is that, Second 16? They shall take away their goods and their houses, right? You see this? Executive Order 10998, seizure of all food sources, farm and farm equipment, food will be rationed, like in soy and green. Today, some states have anti-hoarding laws on the books stating that anything over a 1 week supply of food is considered hoarding and against the law. What you gonna do in this time, man? What are you gonna do? Trying to hoard up food, man. Let's get this real quick. First Thessalonians 5 and 2. For yourselves, it said, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord shall come as a thief in the night. Verse 4. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that that day shall overtake you as a thief. The only one that's watching is the hopeful elect, man. Everybody else is just living in mirth, man. Partying. It's Ephesians 5 and 15. See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. Circumspect means to watch your surroundings. Watch what's going on, man. Get out of watching local news, man. See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil. And it tell you in 2 Ezra 14 how worse that the world is going to get, man. That's going to get weaker through age, which we see it is. Why? Because the devil is in rulership. And as the Lord told the Lord told this guy, Cain, the earth should not yield its full strength unto thee, man. So these devils, now they killing us with bio warfare, which is chemtrails and GMO food, man. Oh, let's read this again. See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil. Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understand what the will of the Lord is. And that's to warn the sheep, man. The will of the Lord is to warn the sheep of what's really going on, man. This is I want to read this real quick because it said they say the housing and finance given by given authority, man. It's Second Ezra 16. Let me read this point. Second Ezra 16 and verse 70 it reads, "For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord." If this gonna happen to those that fear the Lord, how much for 2/3, man? Then shall be it's a they shall be like madmen, sparing none, which I just read in the article, and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Hold on, hold on. Let's go back to this. Let's go back to this. See what they say? Executive Order 11,004, housing and finance given authority for population relocation. This is going to happen. This is going to happen, man. Right here again, Executive Order 10998. Seizure of all food sources, farms and farm equipment. This already happened with the farmers. This nigga Bill Gates taking over all the farmland. They say food will be rationed. Food will be rationed. And if you got anything over 1 week's of supply of food, it is considered hoarding and against the law. You see? So it say, Second Ezra 16 and 71, they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord, for they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall it be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire. These things is coming, man. And Jake taking this for a game, man. This is not a game. This is serious, man. This is and what are you gonna do? You're gonna be running, looking, but guess what? The men of the Lord, you will not be able to find them, man. You 2/3 won't be able to find the men of the Lord. This Amos 8 and 11. But the days come, said the Lord Yahweh Shema power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it. In that day shall the foul virgins and young men faint for thirst. Thirst of what? This truth. And of course, real food and water. But the truth first and foremost, man. This is Second Ezra, chapter 5 and 1, it reads, nevertheless, as coming the tokens, which are the prophecies, behold, the day shall come, the day which dwell upon earth shall be taken in great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. That's what Yahweh said in Luke 18, when he come, shall he find faith in the earth, man. Nevertheless, as coming the tokens, behold, the days shall come, the day which dwell upon earth shall be taken in a great number. And we seeing this happen now, man. I'm at what, number 4 of wickedness increasing greatly, man. And that was just from them lessons were just for March, man. It say, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. But iniquity shall be increased above that which thou now seest, above that which now thou seest, or that thou hast heard long ago. It's going to get bad, man. This is Amos 5 and 13. His truth gonna be gone. And what are you gonna do, man? While you run around here playing, partying, thinking everything is all good, what are you gonna do? You're gonna be looking for it. It said they shall wander from the north to the east, man. Amos 5 and 13. Therefore, the prudent shall keep silent in that time. What time? The evil time, for it is an evil time. Therefore, the prudent shall keep silent in that time, for it is an evil time. Ain't gonna be no more teaching. Ain't gonna be no more videos. This is Ezekiel 3 and 24. It reads, Then the spirit, then the spirit entered into me and set me upon my feet and spake with me and said unto me, Go, shut thyself within thy house. But thou, O son of man, behold, they shall put bands upon thee and shall bind thee with them, and thou shalt not go out among them. And this we thought would happen in 2020, man, because we couldn't go out and teach. We had to use StreamYard to do our Saturday live stream, to do our Saturday count, man. We had to use StreamYard. That's why me and the brother down here thought it was over, man. It say, But thou, O son of man, behold, they shall put bands upon thee and shall bind thee with them. But we thought that was the beginning of, hey, and thou shalt not go out among them. And we didn't for like a couple weeks. And I will make thy tongue cleave to the roof of thy mouth. But this is talking about a complete stop of pushing the word. Ain't gonna be no more nothing. Ain't gonna be no StreamYard, no YouTube, none of that. Then you gonna be wondering, how can I get to one of these men? It's gonna be too late, man. And I will make thy tongue cleave to the roof of thy mouth, that thou shalt be dumb, and should not be to them a reprover, for they are rebellious house. It's gonna be over, man. It's Amos 5:13 said the prudent shall keep silent in that time, for it is an evil time, man. So if you ain't getting it together right now, man, like what is it, Isaiah 55 and 6, it's gonna be too late, man. But when I speak, and let's say, but when I speak with thee, I will open thy mouth, and thou shalt say unto them, Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah power. He that heareth, let him hear, and he that forbeareth, let him forbear, for they are rebellious house. And that's why the Lord said this in Isaiah 43 and 8. Bring forth the blind people that have eyes, and the deaf that have ears. Let's get this. This is Isaiah 32, right? It reads, Behold, Isaiah 32 and 1, Behold, a king shall reign in righteousness, which is Yahweh, and princes shall rule in judgment. That's the elect men. Verse 2, listen, and a man shall be as an high place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as shadow of a great rock in a weary land. And the eyes of them that see shall not be dim, and the ears of them that hear shall hearken. So the Lord said in Isaiah 43 and 8, bring forth the blind that have eyes and the deaf that have ears, man. That's why you got the hopeful elect getting it right now, man. You better get it while it's hot, man. The doors of mercy are still open. This is Second Ezra 16 and 40. Linking this one first. Let me read this again. First Corinthians 7 and 29. It reads, Hey, Jake think this is a game, man. They think it's a game. And it's gonna be a game until the day that it's not, man. First Corinthians 7:29. But this I say, brethren, the time is short. It remaineth that both they that have wives be as though they have none. Meaning you gotta focus on the work, man. This work is first, man. Focus on the work. Your rib ain't going nowhere. And if she do, it was the will of the Lord, man. They ain't going nowhere. And a lot of them that's there, they ain't gonna get saved, man. The Lord gonna bring in others, man. It say, and they that weep as though they weep not, and they that rejoice as though they rejoice not, and they that buy as though they possess not, and they that use this world as not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passeth away. And that's what the Lord say in that First John 2 and 15. Let's read this. Jake is caught up in this world, man. First John 2 and 15 reads, Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that's in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes. What's the lust of the eyes? Keeping up with the Joneses. Everybody want to keep up with the Joneses, man. And the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof. But he that doeth the will of power abideth forever. See, it's about the will. What's the will? Feeding the sheep, warning the flock. What's really going on, man? Let's get this one. We'll get this one. James 4:4. It reads, "Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with power? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is an enemy of Yahweh Shema Shai." So 2 Ezra 16:40, it reads, "O my people, hear my word, make you ready to thy battle." You see how I said make you ready to thy battle? Why does it say to thy battle? Because it's Jacob's trouble. It ain't Edom's trouble. It ain't Ishmael's trouble. It's Jacob's trouble, man. Oh, my people, hear my word. Make you ready to thy battle. And in those evils, be evil as prickles upon the earth. He that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away. He that buyeth, as one that will lose. He that occupy merchandise, as he that have no profit by it. And he that buildeth, as he that shall not dwell therein. He that soweth, as if he shall not reap. So also he that planteth the vineyard, as he that shall not gather the grapes. They that marry, as they shall not get no children, and they that marry not, as the widowers, and therefore they that labor in vain, man. Because we about to get ready. Hey, the Lord, listen, it's gonna be a change, man. And these Jakes, they want to party and play and everything else, man. But the scriptures say that's what Jake love to do. This is Exodus 32. This is what Jake love to do, man. Exodus 32:1. It reads, "And when the people saw that Moses delayed to come down out of the mount, the people gathered themselves together unto Aaron and said unto him, Up, make us gods which shall go before us. For as for this Moses, the man that brought us up out of the land of Egypt, we wot not what is become of him." Right? We don't know what's going on with Moses. He's delaying his coming. It said, what? Listen. And when the people saw that Moses delayed to come down out of the mount, what did the scripture say? It said the same thing by Yahushua, man. This is 2 Peter 3:3. This same exact thing. Knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lusts and saying, Where is the promise of his coming? For since the Father fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation. These niggas saying the same thing now that they were saying with Moses, man. He delaying his where he at. Let's go back to it. Wicked ass niggas, man. They say Exodus 32:1. And when the people saw that Moses delayed to come down out of the mount, the people gathered themselves together unto Aaron and said unto him, Up, make us gods, which shall go before us. And that's how wicked Jake is, man. Because these niggas came all the way through out of Egypt, got to the other side of the Red Sea, saw the miracle that the Lord did when he's part of the Red Sea. But you got them non-believing niggas like this nigga Jephthah from over here at One Body in Dallas. Saw the miracles. And the moment they got on the other side of the Red Sea, why he brought us out here to starve? We don't got nothing to eat. Wicked niggas, man. It say, For as for this Moses, the man that brought us up out of the land of Egypt, we wot not what is become of him. And Aaron said unto them, Break off the golden earrings. That's why the Lord put Aaron to death, man. This is one of the reasons. You will tell them, break off the earrings. And Aaron said to them, Break off the golden earrings which are in the ears of your wives, of your sons, and of your daughters, and bring them unto me. And all the people break off the golden earrings which were in their ears, and brought them unto Aaron. And he received them at their hand, and fashioned with a graven tool, after he had made it a molten calf. And they said, These be thy gods, O Israel, which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. And when Aaron saw it, he built an altar before it, and Aaron made proclamation and said, "Tomorrow is a feast to the Lord." Wicked niggas, man. These niggas is here today, man. You see them every day. You working beside one. And they rose up early on the morrow and offered burnt offerings and bought peace offerings. And the people sat down to eat and to drink and rose up to play. You see, Jake love to play, man. That's all they want to do. Party and play, man. And again, Elisha told Gehazi, "Is it time for this, man?" Let's read it again. 2 Kings 5 and 26. And he said unto him, "Went not my spirit with thee when the man turned again from his chariot to meet thee? Is it time to receive money and to receive garments and olive yards and vineyards and sheep and oxen and men servant and maid servants? It's not the time for this, man. The time, as I read in Haggai 1, the time is say what? This is what Jay say, Haggai 1 and 4. Is it time for you, O ye, to dwell in your seer houses, and this house lie waste? Now therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah of hosts, consider your ways. We need to be trying to build the Lord's house, man. That's why Yahweh Shah said, let's get this. This is Matthew 9 and 37. Thus it say, then saith he unto his disciples, the harvest truly is plenteous, but the laborers are few. Pray ye therefore pray you therefore the Lord of the harvest that he will send forth laborers into his harvest. That's why I love to read this in Isaiah 9, man. It's Isaiah 9 and 2, it reads, the people that walked in darkness have seen a great light. They that dwell in the land of shadow of death, upon them have the light shine. Thou hast multiplied the nation and not increased the joy. They joy before thee according to the joy in harvest. Meaning what? The elect is waking up, man. The Lord is activating brothers and sisters every day, man. It say, they joy before thee according to the joy in harvest. And as men rejoice when they divide the spoil. So we rejoicing because we see, as Akim and I were waking up, the prophecies are playing out, man. We're watching the tokens that's going on, man. This is and in the middle of this truth, in the midst of this truth, the prophecy going on, man, and people getting put to death daily. Prophecies are playing out daily. 2 Ezra 6 and 27. For evil shall be put out, and the deceit shall be quenched. As for faith, and we see this devil getting exposed, man. These devils getting exposed on every level, man. Now we know everything. Hey, the thing that you didn't know 10, 15 years ago, these devils are being exposed on every level, man. They can't hide nowhere. You got all these Harvey Weinsteins and Jeffrey Epstein's, and man, it's so much. These devils got it's so much dirt on these devils, and it's right on YouTube. It's right on Google. If you can't find a video on YouTube, you can go put an article up on Google. The Lord put the spirit. Hey, that what is that? Psalms 64 and 8, man. Verse 7 say, the Lord shall shoot at them, and suddenly shall they be wounded. Verse 8 say, so they shall make their own tunnel fall upon themselves, man. If you can't find a video on YouTube, type it in on Google. Watch the article come up, man. These devils exposed, man. Why? Because evil is being quenched. With it's a for evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome, and the truth, which have been so long without fruit, shall be declared, man. And we seeing this. This is Psalms 85 and 11. It reads, it's a truth shall spring out of the earth, and righteousness shall look down from heaven, man. It's a righteousness shall look down from heaven. In Deuteronomy 32, and one, the Lord said this, give ear, O ye heavens, talking to you Israelites. Yahweh shall said it best. He said, The kingdom of heaven is within you, right? Israelites. So give ear, O ye heavens, and I will speak and hear, O earth. The words of my mouth, my doctrine shall drop down as the rain. My speech shall distill as the dew, as the small rain upon the tender herb, and as the showers upon the grass. This is Isaiah 44. When it said they shall spring up, because it's the doctrine of Yahweh Shema Shah, they got brothers springing up all over, man. First and foremost, the Apostles' Great Millstone and like minded brothers, man. So this is Habakkuk chapter 2 and 14. Its truth is everywhere, man. And these devils is exposed, man. But you still got Jake want to stay under that umbrella or what the brother put up, that Isaiah 28, man. Right? They had made a covenant with death, and that hell and they had made a covenant with death, and that hell are they had agreement, right? They have made refuge their lives, and on the falsehood had they hid themselves, man. That's the 2/3 niggas, man. This is Habakkuk 2 and 14. For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord as the waters cover the sea, man. Man, and this truth is out, man. This truth is everywhere, man. Oh, let's get this. It's gonna come a point in time, you niggas ain't gonna find this truth, man. You scoffers, you demons, it's all a joke right now. The time coming, man. These devils got laws on the books. And what made me bring this article out because um Elder Manat Zuba mentioned this other law they got out. What it's called? Hold on. NDAA bill, man. The NDAA bill. Go look at it. That's what I thought about this article that I got. The young brother in our camp had gave me a couple years ago. I've been sitting on it for a while. This article about the executive orders, man. You nigga think you gonna have this food and water? No, man. Man, let's read this again. Isaiah 3 and 1. For behold, the Lord Yahweh of hosts, do take away from Jerusalem and from Judah the stay and the staff, the whole stale of bread and the whole stale water. Then what's going to happen? Oh, when you go to the book of Judith, right? I think it's Judith chapter 8. Let me make sure. I ain't going to read it. I just want to. Let's see. It may be on. Hold on. One of these, I was reading this. It's been a minute since I reading it. I was reading it. Um, oh, Judith. Let's see. I think it's chapter 6. No, Judah chapter 5, right? So you had these devils. You had Moab and Ammon and Edom. These niggas cut off our water, man. Yeah. So these niggas cut off our water, man. It was Edom, Moab, and Ammon, man. They cut the water off, man, because they were trying to take us down, man. Listen, the Lord gonna let these devils cut off the food again. They gonna cut off the water again, and then what, man? Then what you gonna do, man? This happened, man. I'm trying to make sure it's in there. Yeah, man. The Lord gonna let these devils do this again, man. Right here, Judah 7 and 8, it say, then came unto him all the chief of the children of Esau, and all the governors of the people of Moab, and the captains of the seacoast, and said, Lord, let our Lord not hear a word, that there be not an overthrow in thy army. right? It say, let me make sure this the one. Yeah, this guy, what his name is, Holofernes. Yeah, it said the children of Esau went up with the children of Ammon and camped in the hill country over against Dothan, and they sent some of them towards the south and towards the east over against, it say, Equabel, which is near unto Cushi, that is upon the brook. So these devils, man, yeah, this is chapter verse 7. These devils cut off our water, man. So in what I was just reading in Isaiah 3, man, the Lord said he's gonna cut off the whole stay of bread and water, man. And he's gonna let these devils do it, man. So while these niggas running around here playing, enjoying life, the Lord finna shut all this down, man. And man, if you ain't real, if this truth ain't consuming you, man, you're gonna die a grievous death, man. It say, let's just read this, brother precept. Second, this is Adam I'm not put up second Ezra 13 and 16. For as I conceive in my understanding, woe unto them that shall be left in those days, and much more woe unto them that are not left behind. That's one of my favorite precepts, man. Because they talk about them that are left behind, man. Them that are not, that wasn't left, they was in heaviness, man. The Lord took them away, man. This is Jack Wild Judah Israel. Micah 2 and 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction. Now I want to get on. I was thinking about this at the plantation last night, right? So while Jake running around here playing games, Salakia, I was thinking about this. Now the scriptures say, this is what Yahweh shall say in John 5, right? Because Jake think this is a game, man. These niggas talking about the laws done away with. Talking about these Christians. You can do whatever you want to do. Come as you are. Listen, man. You don't want to follow these dietary laws. You don't want to rehearse your righteous acts of the Lord to the best of your ability. You're going to die grievous death, man. This is John 5 and 4 to 6. It reads, for had ye believed Moses, this is the words of Yahweh Shah, this is in the red. For had you believed Moses, you would have believed me, for he wrote of me. The Lord said Moses wrote of him. What is it talking about? The Lord say Moses wrote of him, man. It say, for had you believed Moses, you would have believed me, for he wrote of me. But if you believe not his writings, because all the writings of Moses was about Yahweh Shai, man. Yahweh Shai is the word, right? It say, for had you believed Moses, you would have believed me, for he wrote of me. But if you believe not his writings, how shall you believe my words? Right? Just meditate on this last night at the plantation. I want to close out with this. This is Luke 24 and 44. And he said unto them, these are the words which I spake unto you while I was yet with you, that all things must be fulfilled, which were written in the law of Moses and in the prophets. It's the and in the prophets. Now, it's the Job wrote about Yahweh Shai, right? It tell you in Job 18, it say, it shall bring you to the king of terrors, right? To the firstborn of death. Who was the firstborn of death? That was Yahweh Shai. Job spoke about Yahweh Shai. Isaiah, Jeremiah spoke about Yahweh Shai. Jeremiah 23. Micah, right? Zechariah. They all spoke about Yahweh Shai, man. It say that all things must be fulfilled which were written in the law of Moses and in the prophets and in the Psalms concerning me. I can go get 4 scriptures out of Psalms. Psalms 2 and 12, Psalms 8, right? Verse 6, Psalm 118, Psalms 80 and 17. Those was by Yahweh Shai, man. Then open he their understanding that they might understand the scriptures. Let's get this. This is what Paul said. After these devils tried to kill Paul with a viper, right when you read Acts 28. I don't want to read this point. This is Acts 28 and verse 22. But we desire to hear of thee what thou thinkest. Well, what Jake say? They come unto thee, right? As thy people. They want to hear the words, right? They want to hear what you got to say. But we desire to hear of thee what thou thinkest. For as concerning the sect, we know that everywhere it is spoken against, meaning the truth. This truth is spoken against everywhere. Ty Jackson, Ron Wright, right? Vocab, No Class Malone. This other guy, what his name is? I forgot his name now. What's his nigga name is? I forgot his name. It don't even matter. It say, and when they had appointed him a day, there came many to him into his lodging, talking about Paul, to whom he expounded and testified the kingdom of God, persuading them concerning Yahushua, both out of the law of Moses and out of the prophets, from morning till evening. And some believed the things which were spoken, and some believe not, man. Just as today, man. You can go over this with Jake over and over and over, man. It's gonna be some that's not gonna believe it, and it's gonna be some that's gonna cleave to it, man. So while these niggas run around playing games, man, prophecies is playing out every day. The elect is being activated every day, man. And we are closer than we ever been, man. Listen, when you woke up, whenever you woke up to the truth, doesn't matter. 5 years, 3 months ago, 10 years. Listen, you see what's going on with the apostles 30 plus years ago? From what apostle was at 30 plus years ago to right now, you know how much prophecy been playing out, man? We are closer than we ever been, man. And niggas want to party and play and stick their head in the ground, man. Niggas want to party and play and stick their head in the ground. So let's close with this. This is Second Ezra 7 and 59. It reads, for this is the life whereof Moses spake unto the people while he lived, saying, choose thee life that thou mayest live. Nevertheless, they believed not him, nor yet the prophets after him, no, nor me, which have spoken unto them, that there shall not be such heaviness in their destruction, as shall be joy over them that are persuaded to salvation. And that's what we're here to do, man. Let's get this. 2 Corinthians 5 and 11. Knowing therefore the terror of the Lord, Yahweh Shemashah, we persuade men, but we are made manifest unto power, and our trust also are made manifest in your conscience. Now, as I read in Acts, Paul said, what? Let's read it again. It say, and when they had, Acts 28 and 23, and when they had appointed him a day, there came many to him into his lodging, to whom he expounded and testified the kingdom of God, persuading them concerning Yahushua, both out of the law of Moses and out of the prophets, from morning to evening. And some believed the things which were spoken, and some believed not. What did Yahushua say? This is Luke 14 and 23. It started at verse 16, reading the point. Luke 14 and 23, and the Lord said unto the servant, go out into the highways and hedges and compel them to come in, that my house may be filled. Another word for compel is persuade, man. And that's what the Hope Elect is doing, man. Stone of the Apostles' Great Millstone. You are being persuaded. And let me get this. The Lord, what I said, you got to give a man sound doctrine so he can be fully persuaded from the Lord. I had to write that down because it was the thought I had. You got to give a man sound doctrine. You got to give a man sound doctrine so he can be fully persuaded through the Lord, man. This Romans 14 and 5. One man esteemeth one day above another. That's some two-third nigga. Another esteemeth every day alike. That's the hopeful elect. All these days running the same, man. Prophecy, prophecy, prophecy. Ready to get the hell out of here. It say one man esteemeth one day above another. Another esteemeth. Now we look at the days as they turn by, prophecy playing out. We're getting closer. But for the hopeful elect, they all running the same, man. One man esteemeth one day above another. Another esteemeth every day alike. Let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind, man. A man got to be fully persuaded in his own mind. So, Lord wants edifying. Got to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, Bahashim Rakak Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all of Israel, ready to accept it or not. And a sincere salutation to all the Akim, pushing this truth and believing this truth throughout the four winds of the earth, the entire world, waking up the hopeful elect. And shalom to the Walk who are listening and learning, the few sisters who are listening and learning. Lord was edifying. Till next time I say shalom. Wa abba. Again, Executive Order 10998. Seizure of all food sources, farms, and farm equipment. Food will be rationed. Today, some states have anti-hoarding laws on the books stating that anything over a 1 week supply of food is considered hoarding and against the law. Executive Order 11,004. Housing and Finance giving authority for population relocation. And that's why I read 16, man. They shall take away your goods and cast you out of your houses, man. These things is coming, man. So while these niggas playing games, man, these devils is the Lord, is building them up to get ready to roll, man. To repent. Hey, stay prayed up, man. The kingdom of heaven is at. You know what? Let me close with this. Salakia. Let's close with this. Romans 13 and 11. And that knowing the time, that now is high time to wake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. When you start watching this truth, man, we are closer now than ever, man. Don't get weak, man. Don't get weak. Shalom. Wa abba.